Welcome everybody to the Red Stars' post-match press conference. We have Casey Krueger, Penelope Hocking, and Coach Petrucelli here with us. As always, if you guys have any questions, please raise your hands. Anybody want to kick us off in the room? Joe.
Hi, Coach. I guess let's start. We talked about the team not caring about the standings and everything going into these last couple matches, and then you come out with such an emphatic performance tonight. What does this say about your squad, the pride they showed tonight?
Yeah, I think it's been building. You know, we've been playing better and better, and I think there's probably was a point here a few weeks ago where it would have been kind of easy to give up. But they've been fighting all the way through, and every match they come out and they play hard. And today there was some quality in our play. We were able to possess the ball really well, and certainly we were very dangerous.
And just speaking of dangerous, Casey has 3 assists. First time that's happened in the Challenge Cup or Chicago Red Stars history. I don't know if they told you that in the post-match, but seeing that, we've talked about trying to get her further and further up the field to create for everyone just this kind of performance, seeing it out of Casey at this point.
I mean, you think about all of the great players that have played here, and that's pretty cool. That's a nice record to hold. I mean, she was dangerous from the first moment, and she is a big piece to what we're doing. And you can see that there's a lot of things that are going through her, and it took a little bit of time honestly for me, because remember, she wasn't with us last year, to figure out exactly what her strengths are and exactly how to use her. I think we figured it out.
Can't argue. Okay, Casey, I heard the post-match interview on TV. We're not deflecting towards your teammates. This was about you tonight. For real, 3 fabulous assists. You nearly had a 4th. Okay. Can you just talk us through, it's been a tough road coming back, but just being able to cap it off with this kind of performance and just the consistencies there too.
Yeah, it's been a tough year. So to keep building, like Chris said, and to have a performance like that in a game that might not be the biggest game of the year, I think it's huge, and I think it shows, what the Red Stars are made of and what we're about and the identity of this team.
And for you to be able to trust Ms. Hocking twice, she's in the right place at the right time. How great is it to have a striker who can do that, winger tonight, who is going to be at the right place at the right time?
Yeah, it's so good to have her back. She's special. She puts herself in really good spots. She's so dangerous. I love playing on the same side with her. So it's been fun, and yeah, she was making great runs. So keep it up. Thanks.
And Penelope, just those 2 goals, kind of different goals. One edge of the area, the other one a short volley, which sounds like a terrifying proposition. Do you mind talking us through both of them? Again, I know on the broadcast you're crediting your teammates, but there has to be a little bit more, I imagine, going into both of those.
I mean, I feel like I've been struggling in the final third, and just creating shots and my shot selection, and I feel like today, coaches have been encouraging me to just not think and just shoot and put my head down and go to goal. And I feel like I finally did that tonight, and it paid off.
And seeing your teammate, who you've been able to watch firsthand all year, learn how to be a pro from, I imagine, to see her have this kind of performance, what does that say?
I mean, having someone like Casey to play on the same side as her, like a vet, it's super. I mean, it's just great to come into the league, and she honestly just makes it easy for me. She does all the dirty work down the line and plays me the ball. I just do a shoot. But I feel like it's finally clicked for us, and all year it's been so fun to play on the same side as her, and I think we play really well together, and I'm just excited for the next few games.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe. Dan.
Yeah. So, I was how to segue this into the next match, which is the 20th against Orlando. So.
Yeah. I mean, we have some momentum that we've built, probably starting the 1st of July and moving forward. And I think that what we take from this is some proof. You know, we've been saying all along, we have a pretty good team. We can play, you know, if we trust ourselves a little bit and trust each other, we'll be able to put together performances like this. And tonight's proof of that. So I do think it's going to give us a good amount of confidence as we move forward.
Coach, you all been playing pretty aggressive these last few games. Earlier in the season, we didn't see much of that. What actually been the changing factor in it?
I think a couple of things, you know, as I look back on it, you know, we started the season with people like Casey who were coming back from being out. Casey, Tierna, Kayla Sharples, who were out for a while. And it took them a little bit to, you know, knock the rust off and get going. And then we also had, you know, obviously a big loss with Mal, which was a bit of a traumatic experience for us. And then shortly after we lost Mal, we lost Penelope. And so we lost a lot of the firepower that we had. So we're starting to get everybody back. We're starting to get everybody healthy, in form, and it's coming together a little bit.
Question for Penelope. You actually had some shots early in the game. You missed those. Then get your last couple. Talk about what's going through your mind early on. You had some good looks, but weren't able to cash in, but able to do it later in that first half.
I mean, you know, as a striker, you kind of have to have a short memory, and can't really dwell on the last shots that you missed. You kind of just got to move forward and focus on the next one. And I think if I were to focus on the one that I missed, I feel like I wouldn't have had the two that I scored.
Thank you, guys. Taylor, if you have a question, you can go ahead.
Nope, the room completely covered all the questions I had. Thank you.
2 for 2.
We love you, Taylor.
Thanks. And I will send out a recording shortly.